In the bottom left, in the blue, our Protoss player, he is HerO.
Ooh, that's a good drawing of us.
And in the upper right, in the red, our Zerg player, he is Byul.
All right. Oh my God, it's Kibong. He was a StarCraft pro way back. BNG the boy, if anyone remembers.
BNG the boy.
Now does
that was before,
esports in Korea for Blizzard.
If you want to know how old StarCraft is, that was before there were replays.
Yeah.
That was where there were...
It was like 1999, 2000.
That was when there were battle reports, where somebody would observe two top players play, and then they would write an essay with screenshots describing what they saw, and that was how people became informed as to what was happening in pro matches.
Yes.
It's quite interesting.
That's how I was introduced to professional play, was battle reports.
Battle reports. I think I wonder if the site's still up. The battlereports.com, is that still up?
It is still up, and I recently went there and reread some of the best of all time.
Now that's it, because what was funny about battle reports is some of them would write them to make them comedy.
Yes.
And those were funny, but of course
you
did not actually learn anything. And then you'd have some people that wouldn't really understand the game, but would write battle reports and kind of misinform the masses. And then every once in a while you'd get somebody who was a solid player who'd write up a battle report with two players. And
I don't even think the solid players writing was the best necessarily. I liked like the ones that were really great at writing. Like, you remember Breeze's battle reports?
Yeah, Breeze's battle reports, man.
God, those were good.
So you got to remember,
I reread a bunch of those just recently.
I mean, the best that you could get back in the olden days before replays to learn was to be allowed to spectate somebody play, which was like you have no idea how hard it was to do that.
Yeah.
So great thing we have replays and especially VODs now. Anyways, into this game, we got Adepts coming out here right away, doing some great harassment here on these drones.
Pretty significant right now, forcing a lot of lost mining time, and already have killed a couple drones off at least. Look at this. He's just going to teleport in and be able to kill even more drones. Well, I guess there's none here, so that's well done.
Well, the idea was good, but unfortunately, no workers back here.
Yeah. One of the cool things about Adept is that they do burst down larvae just so quickly. But Byul is really not dealing with this all that well, I think.
Yeah, almost like Byul hasn't dealt with this enough in practice or something, because this is not... He's doing a great job, but this is not like a revolutionary concept.
Like, if you don't have a queen and like 8 lings on a couple of Adepts, then you're going to kind of get slaughtered a bit. And look, he lost like 5 drones, a couple larvae, some mining time, some Zerglings.
Yeah, and the Adepts got out, no problem.
Yeah, I know. So, he's looking great.
Chrono boost here on the Robo, and then later on it starts the War Prism. And this is cool. It looks like it's going to be some kind of a 2-base timing. Now, that might be a timing with a harass on 2 fronts. That may be a timing with a big attack on 1 front.
I think what we'll probably see here is just like massive Adept warp-ins with a 4 Adept drop while taking a 3rd base, would be my guess.
I think that's a good call.
You almost, whatever the first move out is that you do as Protoss, you generally take a 3rd behind it, because Zerg is going to have to defend a bit, and that's a really nice time to try to throw down a Nexus.
All right, the War Prism's coming up now.
And he's going to have Adept attack speed. That Roach Warren only halfway done. This is pretty scary, actually. And look at this,
it's actually gone undetected entirely.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go by an Overlord right now, though. There he goes.
Well, he sees it now. Time to warp in, I guess.
Yeah, might as well. So he's going to send those to the front, and meanwhile, the War Prism's going to make a beeline towards the main. And this is going to be tough. I mean, one thing about the Adepts is they can actually just head up fight.
Yeah.
It's not like they're brittle like Reapers.
No, they're pretty strong, and they will kill all these Zerglings. They'll kill these drones. A lot more Zerglings coming down, but that actually allows the War Prism to be in the main base here with all of these Adepts.
And he's actually going to go over to this expansion as well. Don't have a shot of the front base just yet, but I'm sure he's doing a lot of damage over there. There it is still.
Yeah.
And that War Prism can keep warping in. In fact, I don't know. He might just be able to keep this damage up.
Yeah, this is something that may actually snowball here.
Yeah, this is actually, I think, too many Adepts. He doesn't even really have to micro him that much if you look at it.
Look at it. Yeah, he's killing off so many Zerglings here. You know, just having those resonating glaives allows them to attack so quickly and deal so much damage to these light units.
Now the Roaches are out. Roaches are a little bit better against the Depths, but still, they're not fast units.
Yeah,
they're not the nimble Zerg units. The Roaches are really there to tank and to deal extra damage. But if the Depths could just pick their fights, kind of like they're doing right here.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you exactly supposed to do? He can even go for the hatch if he wants to. He doesn't have to actually teleport back over here.
It's possible that he just ends up getting that. And look at this. Actually just canceling a couple of them, but sending 3 down, picking him up with the Prism.
Oh my God, that was so sexy.
He's like a globetrotter right now with this Prism and with these Adepts.
And he's going to warp in again over here. Okay, so
and he's
actually going to get the hatch. So Protoss is on a 2-base versus a 2-base Zerg. And still with the luxury to attack. And by the way, quick side note, he's making Immortals here. He's actually making Immortals, which are going to be great against these Roaches.
Yeah, certainly the case. I really like that, actually, because he sees how many Roaches there are. He's like, well, you know, I can just kind of counter the units that you're making. He never actually ended up taking that 3rd base, even though it really looked like he was going to before.
I think he started to do so much damage.
Yeah.
And he's going to take it a little bit later here. Down goes the Overseer, as well as the Changeling.
Well, more gateways being warped in right now. Another Immortal going to be popping out. And, like, the army he has, he can just go attack. Like, I don't think this can be held. Byul has taken too much damage. He's just sitting on Roaches.
The Adepts are going to make it so that Byul can't actually leave. Like, really, HerO doesn't have to think that much about defense. He's sort of... I mean, the technical term would just be pinned, but I mean, he really has done that. He's just pinned Zerg inside the base.
Yeah.
Zerg is not going to be able to leave, and in fact, I think Zerg won't even be allowed to leave at all, because this next attack with 2 Immortals against a pretty Roach-heavy army, it's going to be pretty scary here for Byul.
Yeah, this is tough. All right, he does actually have a pretty healthy amount of Ravagers, so that's really nice. Ravagers help out a lot against this type of push, but I think the army might be too big here for HerO.
Well, he just is going to back up with the Corrosive Byles. And then he lets the Adepts warp into the front to tank the damage. Meanwhile, the Immortals here in the back doing so much damage.
Nice micro back there, keeping those sentries alive as well. Great force fields, blinks forward here on top of these Ravagers.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's gonna be game. Yep, there it is. GG. I was gonna say he can force field the ramp if he wants to, but that's all he wrote.
Didn't even need
Nicely done. Wow. So let's see what happens here. This is going to be game 2 in our second best of 5. And after this, we're going to be going into the finals. So tell your friends to tune in. Get hyped. Game number 2. HerO against Byul in our Legacy of the Void tournament here at the GSL. In the upper left, in the blue, winning game number 1, our Protoss player, he is HerO.
Oh, way off.
HerO. Okay, there we go.
There he is.
There he is. And his opponent down here in the bottom right, in the red, he is Byul. I give that one a B+.
Yeah. Byul has gone for an extremely fast spawning pool here. And is making 6lings. That gold base is not going to go up and stay up.
Well, unfortunately for him, HerO is already scouting right away.
But the gold base that HerO took right off the bat is, like, there's no way. There's just no way to hold it.
He cancel that.
Yeah.
And by the way, Artosis, Byul actually is going to go for the gold base. He's just going to do it after he's made sure that HerO can't take his.
Smart moves. Well, right now, we do have those 2 gateways up there at the front.
That's a good picture.
Wow, yeah, that looks just like you with the beard and everything. I didn't know you had a fan in the studio that was an artist. Wow. Jeez.
You are very funny today, Artosis. By the way, the transitioning build here for this from Protoss is to actually go for 2 gates, potentially into Adepts.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that is what he's going to go for. Maybe even Oracle play, like try to put some pressure on. Oh, we do have a
kind of a
first
weird
salt popping out.
This is This is the worst, man.
Yeah, this is tough.
This is the pits. Oh, boy. Okay, so there's no easy way for Protoss to insta-lock out the...
Yeah, that pylon doesn't really matter all that much, but... Okay, anyways, the probes do come down. He will be able to kill this off, but losing a couple probes so far.
Yeah, definitely suffering some casualties there.
Yeah. Byul doing a pretty good job with these lings. An Adept and the Mothership Core on the way. You know, killing that gateway is actually kind of a big deal because off of one gate, you can't really do much pressure.
No, not at all. He might try to do some kind of variation build where he tries to steadily expand with one Adept out, but I don't think one Adept is going to do anything to Zerg.
Yeah, no, really
I don't think that there's
poke a little. You might get a drone or something.
You make a drone move to a different mineral patch. You know, maybe you do that, but
maybe.
And he's going to try to do that sort of variation build, which is like half the amount of pressure while taking the gold base.
Yeah.
I believe if Byul just plays properly, he should be able to go kill the gold base before it is completely defendable. He's going to have. I think he just gets a Roach Warren and makes lings and roaches and attacks it, right?
I think that's a pretty legit way to go about it. Look at this. We actually... Oh, I like this. The Zealot's actually coming in afterwards, knowing that the lings probably have to chase this Adept. And actually, the lings stay back to fight these, and I guess he'll deal with it pretty well.
Mothership Core up here to try to help optimize any damage these Zealots can do. Yeah, 18 more lings, Artosis.
That is a lot of Zerglings.
That is a lot. And with ling speed done here, one pylon,
only
almost
one pylon.
a Nexus.
He has to have more than one pylon there.
Yeah, 10 more lings hatching now. Ling speed going to be done in about 2 seconds. And that is going to trigger this attack. And note the angled Zerg's coming up here at is so that it's less likely Protoss is going to see this before it gets right in front of his face.
All right, well, this is a lot of Zerglings coming in right now. Uses that pylon cannon to go ahead and send away the Overlord. And that's another gateway.
Here they are.
Oh, this is really bad.
Okay.
It's like one doesn't do it. Like the Zerglings are just going to kill this.
Yeah,
and that gold base is
doesn't
down.
have powered gateways.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually it, man. That's just. I mean, look, I think the opener here from Byul was very good. He did a great job predicting what his opponent was going to do. And once he did it, I mean, HerO was just in such a bad spot. There was really not much he had as far as options go. He's going to get the Nexus. He's going to kill that Adept down there. And then he's going to be able to get into the main here and take out the remaining probes.
With the Sentry and a couple pylons there, how much energy does he have in the Mothership Core? I'm not sure. Like, he might be able to hold on a bit. It looks like he just wants to do, like, a big Adept one base now. But there's no way that'll work. There's so many Speedlings out. The Roach Warren's almost done. The third hatchery's going up for Byul right now. This is like, okay, he's making a Dark Shrine too. This is, if he can keep enough pressure on with Adepts that Byul, for some reason, doesn't make even a single spore, then maybe like a 3DT Warpin snipes a hatchery and he can somehow do something, but I don't know, man. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you play enough, you kind of end up in these bad spots where you look at your options, you go, okay, well, I guess the only thing I could do would maybe be to, like, do 3 gate Adept.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily viable. So there it is.
Yeah.
GG.
Seeing the spore and seeing, you know, the layer morphing in shows him that his DT tech absolutely not going to work. So that was a tough one. HerO,
I don't think we're going to have another game like that.
No, probably not. That was just early pooling, and that's what I was talking about before. Like Prior Terraces, it's so obvious that Zerg is going to take a quick gold,
right? That
sometimes they just cheese to you know, do that mix up and catch you doing something as Protoss like that. You see, HerO, none too happy with that game.
Well, I mean, he's still got a lot more games to where he can prove himself in here, but that is going to tie it up to 1-1. And we're going to have to go to game number 3 now and see what these players have in store for us. Again, from Byul, we're not seeing a lot of Legacy of the Void play here, right?
Yeah, no, there was none there.
If you had just seen the mini-map there and seen the way it was looking at what happened, you could have assumed that was, you know, any other game with quick pool, maybe take a later gold. Doesn't mean that Byul's playing poorly. We just don't see him with any kind of dynamic strats that are really changing the meta.
Yeah.
But maybe he doesn't need to do that right now. Maybe the game's doing up. He could stick to more of this traditional Zerg style.
every top player in Korea joined this tournament, and he's in the top 4. So I guess it works.
Yeah, it's gotten him this far, right?
Again, we see some weaknesses in him. For instance, that adept harassment that HerO did in Game 1 probably shouldn't have done as much as it did against Byul. So I don't know. Maybe it's going to take him a little bit longer. You know, obviously people started Legacy of the Void at different times, if they went to BlizzCon or not. But
sure, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what Byul has up his sleeves in these other games.
And we'll see if HerO's going to stick with this adept play. We're going into game number 3. This is HerO against Byul. The winner goes on to the finals to face off against Light. In the bottom left, in the blue, we have our Protoss player. Let's see how he does here in this game now. He is HerO. It was perfectly timed.
That was amazing.
I'm getting better at these intros as the day goes on.
Batting 500 now.
Shut up, I gotta do the next one. In the upper right, in the red, our Zerg player. Oh,
yep. Yo. 50% of your intros are perfect.
50% of the time, they're perfect 100% of the time.
That's right.
Right, friends in France, hope you guys are watching.
Well, there's a lot of signs from France today. I don't know if it's the same people making French signs or there's just a lot of French people here. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually.
They're just like rotating through, just like signs or billboards. They're like, well, we got to, you know, if we don't bury this, we're not getting on camera. We have a lot of friends to say hi to.
Yeah.
A lot of baguette jokes to be made.
That's right. And we have a...
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. We have the Nexus being made down here in the bottom left. The safe expand.
That's right.
Right now for HerO. And the triple expand, triple base here for Byul. So this is all pretty standard for this map.
Yeah, there's nothing weird going on really. This is, and not that anything's like completely normal yet in Legacy of the Void, but this is, if something were normal, it would be this.
Yeah. Now, is it going to stay this normal? We don't really know. I mean, there's always a chance that that HerO really does mix it up and starts to bring out those adepts. I'm really looking at Byul here, though. I'm really wondering, are we going to see anything that's vastly different?
I don't know.
In his play style.
I'm not sure.
Obviously, Ravagers play a huge role in all the matchups here, but
yeah, like we'll see some units probably that are Legacy of the Void units. It's just like there's definitely a difference watching the other Zergs and watching Byul so far. But this is a small sample of games, right? Like this is only the 3rd round we've seen him play in.
Very true.
So this is like the 6th game or 7th game or something. We'll give him some more time and not judge too quickly, I guess. But yeah, I mean, so far it hasn't been that impressive.
I think the other important question is, does he win or not with it? Because it's most important that you're winning, right?
That's true.
You can have all the players pull out all the fancy strategies, and they're still losing, and
absolutely,
it does not matter.
That's
and we do see that adept play coming up here again.
Ooh. I wonder if this is going to be for quick Resonant Enclaves or possibly a quick Dark Templar.
Yeah, the DT would be interesting. I'm wondering how strong that would be.
Well, you know, DT, like quick DT drop, I think it's the same basically as it always was, where it's like, if they're not ready, it's awesome, and if they are, it's not.
That's the hinge of the DT strategy is if he's not ready for these, I basically win.
Yeah, but it is Resonant Enclave, so... yeah, this is, like, I guess he destroyed Byul with this so hard in Game 1 that it's time to try it again in Game 3.
So the Scouting Overlord is going to get a decent idea of what's going on over here. By the way, Link Speed is about to finish. 3 more gateways starting and the Warp Prism.
Okay, but a Roach Warren starts up, and that is what's important here. He needs to have Roaches to be able to hold this off, and that's what he's getting. Look at this. He gets a Scout, and he sees this. I mean, he could look at this and say, okay, this could be a Blink Stalker, and this could be... You know, it's obviously something with Twilight, so I would imagine he's thinking it's the Adept one.
Well, especially considering how these games have gone already so far. Almost looks like that Adept wouldn't have blocked that, but it does.
Yeah.
A little bit of space there. And we have a ton of gateways coming down here. So this looks like it's not going to be a build where they actually, well, HerO wants to actually go into the late game. He wants to kill him like in the next 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, we have 3 Spines on the way. He is making some Lings as opposed to Roaches. I really want to see some Roaches popping up for Byul.
And with a Warp Prism here, Protoss can get Zerg out of position. He can warp in the main or not. He can warp in right up here in the front.
All right, well, Resident Glade's about to finish here, and there it is.
This is so cool. Look how we can target the Queen. The Lings have to go back.
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, it's really great playing. The Prism going to allow him to save everything really easily here as well.
Pickup range, man.
Look at that. Now the Ling's out of position here.
Yep, and he can do another warp in. There it is.
Now, there are spines all over, and this is actually really important because Adepts have pretty bad, well, their AI with poor range, like they want to attack the spines and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
that's true.
That's okay. You can always use like hold position and stuff. But right now, we actually have Banelings being made as well.
Yeah, he could actually pick up the weaker Adepts with the Warpers if he wanted to. Oh, nice job with the Banelings.
And he's actually just fighting everything straight up here. Oh! Look at that. He actually has to cancel because the Baneling's going to connect. Now spreads out his warp-ins, and he's like actually just killing all the roaches. Tasteless.
I guess you could just do this. I don't know.
He's like, well, I mean, with plus 40% attack speed, I guess I can do whatever I want.
Look at this. Well, you know, it's not easy for Zerg to defend against, man. It's simply put, the Adepts are so mobile. They actually do fine in direct combat. They're also ranged, so they can target down the Queens pretty easily, which makes the Queens have a harder time trying to get the Warp Prism.
Yeah, certainly. And look at that. Even with the Banelings running into him, I mean...
Oh, my God.
He's barely taking the shields off. They're just destroying everything. And look, they're all just going to warp down here now. Oh, my God. This is crazy.
Yeah, I guess this works. I was saying this yesterday. I really thought the Adept was going to be more like a fancy, like you make one or two of these and harass with it. No, not exactly. You can actually just make a lot of them.
Yeah, man.
And just do a full-on attack.
It's
By the way,
Stalker who needs Blink.
Yeah.
Blink's range is so short.
Yeah, with Blink, you don't have much time to think about it either. So, he's just destroying these roaches. And unfortunately, I don't believe that Zerg is going to be able to ever have his army connect. Yep, there it is.
GG.
All right, I want to talk about why that was so effective. Beyond being able to relocate his army, he also was it was very easy for him to make sure the army was always out of position. He gets him out of position, then the army... I almost re-introed HerO there for a second. In the upper left, in the red, our Zerg player, he is Byul. Okay, so let's see exactly what HerO opens with and how Byul manages to respond to it. Because it definitely seems like Byul has had a hard time against the Adepts, against the timing attacks.
Yeah. By the way, that sign, he didn't really use the back of it, like, spatially that well. Oh, look at this. It's a Pac-Man ghost with lasers out of his eyes and spider legs. Huh. It's kind of weird. But, okay, so they're close spawns by air here. This is a giant map, but in these positions, you're pretty darn close by air.
It looks like he wants to do that Adept play again here.
Yeah, this is... It looks like it's just going to be, like, 2-gate Adept. He's only gotten 1 gas, so definitely no Oracle follow-up or anything like that.
He might not need it with the... He might not need it just with the way he wants his build to go. Not sure. I mean,
I think he's just looking for a way faster expansion with it. Like, he's like, okay, Adepts are enough against Byul. Byul knows how to stop Oracles, but the Adepts he's having a hard time with. So let's just mix those in from the beginning.
Why would I make units he knows how to stop when I could simply make the units he doesn't know how to deal with?
If only he was playing Terran, could make the Tasteless unit.
That's right.
Your base is under attack.
You got to upgrade my beard at the tech lab. Don't forget.
Yeah.
So, as this game goes on, more Adepts are being produced. Adepts have already proven that they can actually handle themselves just fine against Zerglings.
Yeah.
Even at times, Lings with speed. I mean, they do manage to hold them if they just get the right angles.
Yeah,
and
certainly.
obviously, with the Adept being mobile and able to, ghost through so many units and so many to the ideal location, it's kind of tough for Zerg to deal with.
Yeah, it certainly is. Now, here we go. We actually have the Adepts, the Shades moving right up. Only at 4 Lings here. He'll definitely, I thought, would let that finish.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Like, well, I mean, you could just kill the 4 Lings, but let's see where he goes with this now. The Queen coming in, making 8 more Lings. So that's really good. He's like, he's definitely taking this much more seriously.
Kind of a weird play that he didn't send him in the first time, but sent him in the second time when they're going to take a lot more damage and be easier to face off against.
He might have been trying to verify a 3rd base. I actually didn't glance at the mini map.
He did check for the third base.
Yeah, so maybe he just hadn't seen yet if there was a third and he canceled to make sure.
I think what he actually does from here, man, is I think he just makes more gates and does another attack with the depths.
I think you're probably right that he's going to do that.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward as far as the build goes, but I mean, it works.
Well, he does have a proxy pylon going up. Let's see if he throws a gateway there to help it speed up them warpins.
Well, I gotta say, HerO definitely seems to know what he's doing with this. Kind of funny to see the gate there.
Just looking to get actually aggressive with this, with those warpins, and he does have that Resonant Glaives on the way.
Yeah, it's almost done, and that's really the moment when the Adepts are so much stronger in a head-to-head fight.
Yeah, they really do get quite strong.
Looks like Zerglas and Overlord somewhere here. They're supply blocked.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure where that happened.
Yeah, I'm not.
But somewhere in the Overlord, I think the Stalkers must have gotten that in the main, I guess.
I guess he was probably just scouting with it, and the Stalker got it. Okay, we're about to have 6 gates, I believe, and he's still adding a few more on here.
Yeah, I think he just does it similar to, 7 gates here. Yeah, it looks like he just wants to do basically the same kind of build we've seen already. Yeah, you power up, you get a bunch of Adepts. Zerg has to defend at least 3 bases to have stable economy later on. So you can just pick your battles and basically come out on top. And guys, if you want to build for the ladder against Zerg, this might be your lucky day.
Well, it may be, and it looks like Bill's unlucky day right now as drones having to evacuate. A lot of Adepts actually popping out up here as those gates finish.
Don't forget that Life is watching this, right? As a Zerg player, probably already mapping out in his head how he'll try to handle this. So if Bill can't stop this, maybe Life can coming up.
Definitely it could be the case. Now, looks like he's going to let those Shades finish, most likely. Yep, he does, but runs into Roaches with it. So these 3 are definitely going to go down. And it seems like Bill has actually done a pretty decent job of dealing with this so far. He really hasn't lost that many drones. Yeah, he's losing some mining time, but right now, HerO only has 2 gases. He doesn't really have good tech. He just has Adept attack speed, and that's it. So, like, Roach Ling is actually going to be fine against this.
Well, he definitely realized it's going to be coming eventually, so he just made sure he didn't overmake too many drones, and now the Adepts are getting destroyed. 182 supply to 48.
Yeah.
And not much here for Protoss to defend with. We do see a Dark Shrine coming up as well.
Well, I mean, that's something that can end up paying off a little bit, but that also eats into your supply, so he's not going to catch up supply-wise basically at all this game. This is looking very much like a Byul victory right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see that Byul has totally adapted to this because I would have been a bit concerned if we just saw that again.
If he just fell over to this, I'd be like, I don't know, Byul, like, you should be playing this game and not Heart of the Swarm. Like, but no, he definitely picked it up this game. Like, the defense was quite good. He did not lose much at all.
It is an interesting build, but yeah, I mean, I wonder if because it worked out so well. I mean, I think you and I were both pretty confident he was going to do the same strat again, and here he is doing it. But yeah, I mean, clearly a player as good as Byul would eventually be able to adapt. I mean, you just get less drones and then just try to attack in at the right time. And make sure that you hit the Adepts and the angles that they're not going to be good at.
Well, looks like he does clean up those Adepts. Blink on the way of Robotics as well. 8 more Adepts coming up. Like, he is... The thing is, he keeps making these and he's killing some units here and there and drones sometimes, but, like, he has no units at home. And he had a Dark Shrine and didn't... well, he didn't make the DTs. That makes sense. He saw spores everywhere, so... I guess he just has a Dark Shrine.
He might wait for a timing attack or something when he gets enough Stalkers and then gun down the Spore and the Overseer and then maybe make DTs or something like that.
That's pretty fair. That definitely could be something like that.
Third base coming down here, although this is going to be a great window here for Byul to try to attack in and deny this.
No, I don't think he's going to let that finish.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
No, he's like, I just want to make sure I have no units when you come.
DT's coming.
All right.
We saw 2 warped in. Not totally clear where.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks.
Oh, it's for the Prism. Okay.
Yeah.
I like moves like this. 4 DT drops are.
Oh, it's going to make Archons.
Oh. Huh. Really didn't expect that, but okay.
Definitely, especially not with them in the main like that.
Yeah, the Prism can pick him up. Like, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just see what his plan is with.
I mean, he can push with the Archons as well. It just doesn't seem like it would be as safe.
Yeah, I mean, I never see people do 2 Archon drops.
Right, that's definitely not a thing. All right, meanwhile, the attack coming in over here from Byul, taking out all these pylons. In fact, only one pylon remaining.
Just wrecking that so quickly, throwing down those corrosive vials. And,
oh, man, this is beautiful.
Yeah, unpowering all these gateways as well.
I think that just is it. It's actually 155 supplied to 72. I mean, not our most beautiful game, Artosis, but definitely something where we can see how people are adapting and changing their strategies.
Well, this
and
was
that
like
was the 2 Archon drop, the first one we've had in 5 years of casting GSL.
Yeah.
I've now seen everything.
I guess.
And now we also see why they're not very effective in the game of StarCraft.
Yeah, definitely not something you see often, but okay. Byul with good defense there. HerO was trying to pick up a free victory. He's like, Byul, how bad are you against this unit?
Yeah. Well, definitely a moment of boosted confidence here for Byul. I mean, obviously he can handle Adepts. He doesn't just get rolled by this, but Byul, I think, is going to expect a completely different strategy coming here from HerO now.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see 2 more gates in Adepts being used. Maybe he'll use it with the Oracle. Maybe. I don't know. That was a different Adept build we saw. It was a quick expand from Adepts.
Well, the last map is going to be Laralac Crest, so that's a 4-player map. So, I mean, yeah, you can do a 1-base build if you want, but figuring out where the Zerg is at could take some time as well.
That's true.
I guess we'll see about that. One thing I do want to bring up that we haven't gotten to mention yet is at the end, after we've crowned a winner and all, we are going to be taking questions from you guys in the Afrika TV chat. So you can check it out at afrika.tv/2016 GSL.
We'll be doing that for a few minutes when everything is wrapped up. If you have any other questions for us.
Yeah, you can just chit-chat with us a little bit, and whoever's in there can ask, and we'll answer questions and talk to you guys some. So
yeah,
it'll be fun.
Now
we'll get to
chance.
bond.
We can break
us
the 4th
and
wall, interact, but get in there early. Ask those questions right away.
You know you want us to be your best friends, so
that's right.
This is your chance.
All these guys watching still want to be best friends with us, Artosis. Anyways, this is going to be the final game with these 2 Titans. Byul against HerO in a fight for the finals against life.
6.
In the bottom right, in the blue, our Protoss player, he is HerO. And actually, check this out, man.
Yes.
The probe was sent out like way early.
Yeah, good for him too, because Byul is cheesing.
Yeah. And then our opponent over here in the upper right with a quick spawning pool, he is Byul. Okay, so let's talk about the openers here, because this is actually quite interesting.
Yeah, it's like it looks like HerO maybe wanted to put on early Adept pressure with this build.
His placement, man.
Yeah, no, because it's at the bottom of the ramp, but this is going to be bad against the Zerglings, really bad.
Yeah, this is unfortunate, because if he just made this at the top of the ramp,
he's way ahead.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what would necessitate him making this at the bottom of the ramp, considering the Adept only gets there about half a second faster.
I think it's specifically to have a pre-made SimCity for your expansion. Probably is.
Yeah, but I mean, is it really that helpful to have this? I mean, even if you have that pre-made SimCity, can't you be attacked later and they get all the way up your ramp and have really good positioning and surround your nexus anyways?
Possibly.
Man, I hate to be too hard on the guy, but all right, guys.
Oh, he's got to block that hole. Oh, that's
man,
unfortunate.
Oh boy. Okay. This is the funkiest base placement I have ever seen. This is the feng shui of this base is all off.
So now we know how to wall in around those destructible plates. Oh my god. It's so gross and ugly, this wall. These 3 pylons. You're right, the feng shui of this is way off.
When I was a young boy, I made better pillow forts than that.
Oh, absolutely. This is like some sort of modern art wall-in.
Well,
ew.
Yeah, ew. This is like
I've seen some ugly building placement, but this is right up there. Look where they have to walk to get out and stuff. Look at that. There's just a little pocket to stand in. It's it's so weird. So weird. Well, I mean, he didn't really take that much damage. He had to make like some extra pylons and stuff.
Well, I mean,
the game is definitely not over, guys.
Well, and the adepts are out. I mean, sometimes you'd see a game where he gets down there, gets the pylon, it's all unpowered, and the game falls apart. But now he has a bunch of adepts coming up here, so maybe this is going to work anyways. I don't know.
Possibly. Like, he has quite a few speedlings here, so that's a little bit scary. It has to cancel that. Has to cancel it. Yeah, okay, he did. Like, lets that finish. They just all die in 2 seconds. Whoa.
Yeah, weird. Weird game. Now, because of the very dysfunctional placement, everything going in and out, as you can see, it has to make this zigzag.
Look at that.
Look at that. That is...
He has to pretend he's a snake to get out of there.
You have to actually serpentine into your main.
Yeah. I think I would just kill a gateway. Just kind of clean this up.
Yeah, I mean, it's really bad placement, right?
Well, he had to do it. Like, it saved his life.
Well, his hand was forced.
Yeah.
But I guess what I would say is it might have just been better to make it on the high ground.
Yeah,
and start over. It's not like if you do this adept build, you don't get to claim your expansion as well.
Yeah, the thing is, what he wanted was see the 2 gateways and the 1 pylon below. I think that's what he wanted at his natural, and that makes like kind of a nice little wall that's not that hard to walk around. But all right, well, we have.
Are there 2 other casters here? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
We got a lot of other film crews down
or
here.
Something.
Yep.
Little bit. I hope those guys are enjoying the show.
I'm sure they are.
They could be more if they had the English headset.
They get the full experience.
Yeah.
And if they had some pizza in their hands.
Yeah. Where's their pizza at?
Okay, so we see the Warp Prism coming out here. This is not entirely different from what we've already seen.
Yeah. Byul is way more ready, though.
Yeah,
he's got 6
certainly
roaches. He's making some spines. He looks good.
It does seem with this build that Protoss does, if you note, Protoss doesn't really get a very strong idea of whether or not Zerg is ready for the attacks. That's one of the reasons why the Oracle was actually a great unit, is you could scout with it, so you pretty much knew what you were going into. These are these, I mean, they're not the clunkiest units, but they certainly, you can't gain the greatest bit of intel with them unless they're somewhat exposed in the middle of the map, shading into the main and then stopping. Yeah. So I think it seems like fundamentally there's a risk involved here where you can just end up trying to do a timing attack that Zerg is simply put prepared for.
Well, he's ghosting around. He's trying to figure out where he can get some damage in. Does load 4 of them up into this prism and tries to check out the main here, but there's some pretty good defense, and the roaches are staying on the tail of this warp prism as well.
And as you can see, they're getting dropped in over here. Just going to take out a few drones wherever they can, and another pickup rotating now to the 3rd base. Speaking of 3rd base, for Protoss over here, the Lings are going to spot this and get in here, taking out these pylons, and ideally following this up with a Nexus takedown as well.
If there's no pylons, then there's no pylon cannon, and that Nexus is going to have to be canceled. Very nice move by Byul here.
Yep, Byul really staying on top of it here. And there's the cancel. The Lings come out, and I guess an attempted surround here on the Adepts. And I don't know about the 1 force field there, but
took some of that surface area away, and oh wow, he's actually saves an Adept there. Hey, that worked out.
Yeah, I actually thought they were both going to go down at the start of that. So more gateways coming down here. Immortals being produced, very important because we did not have enough of that in the last game, which is how Byul managed to roll HerO so badly back there.
Oh, wow. By the way, during all of this, 8 drones actually falling to this Adept harassment. We do have Blink about to finish up here, but we have a Hydralisk Den on the way, so definitely could see him going into Lurker play.
Yeah.
I mean, Hydras themselves can still be a valuable unit as well.
Totally fine units.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit careful because as light units, the Adepts deal a lot of damage to them.
And by the way, guys, in case we do see anything like drops or Beauty-Harass or anything like that, I don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, don't forget the long travel distance from the main, even from the 2nd base, due to that weird building placement.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
A lot of people might ignore that because it looks funny, but that really begins to add up.
Yeah.
Especially in a game where split
if you have
seconds
to walk
count.
back against mutas or something, you're losing every probe.
Yeah.
It just takes too long. Probably would have to utilize Blink in that situation. Well, we have a lot of sentries out right now, so sentry's still quite good against Zerg. Still quite a good unit overall. So let's see what he can get done here. Might be able to pick off some Ravagers. Don't forget, those are pretty expensive.
Certainly are.
Doesn't feel like hatchery tech, but it is.
Seems as though we have the timing attack happening here. Don't forget there is one observer with this army. The push is coming forward. There it is. Force field's going down right now.
And dodging mostly of the corrosive bile, taking a little bit of damage there. But here we go. Some great force fields going down. Some of these Ravagers are going to be picked off immediately. Dodging those corrosive biles, very, very important there. You know, I'll talk about it actually after, but here we go. He's pushing forward once again. Nice blink forward here, picking off that queen.
You know, he might be able to do it, actually. He's actually got maybe just enough energy for a few more force fields to isolate the rest of that army if they try to engage any further. And instead he gives up the ramp. He's now going to be hitting the drones. The drones are being mowed down so quickly. A dozen drones killed off.
Wow.
And the hatchery will be going down moments later.
Tons of damage being dealt here. Really good micro there by HerO, dodging those corrosive biles, keeping the sentries alive. Now he's going to start pushing the ramp, but he's got to be careful. Wow, look at that. Blinks out of the way with the only one that wasn't going to dodge the corrosive bile.
And he's just going to keep pushing up.
Yeah, looks like he is going for it.
I mean, we've seen these players each making their adjustments and improving after each game, and it seems that although Byul did a great job at holding that attack in game number 4, HerO knows how to reconfigure his build to come in here in game number 5 and really do a ton of damage.
Yeah, he certainly does. Now, we do have a lurker in here, but one lurker, is that going to be enough, really? I don't think so.
Yeah, lurkers are only strong when you get them in huge numbers, so... coming in over here. Where's that observer? Did that get shot down?
He doesn't have one there right now. Yeah, if he did have one, I think he got shot down then.
Well, that's unfortunate. Then it's not a lot more lurkers there because there'd be no way to really handle this.
Now, looks like he does start to blow everything up. This army is actually just going to die now.
Yeah, well, he's got these immortals still in the back here, so a lot more damage with these orbits too coming in.
Some nice corrosive bile hits right there. Still warping in some stalkers as well. Don't forget that this lurker the entire time is dealing huge amounts of damage. Oh my god, looks like he's going to be able to snipe this hatchery, I think.
Yep, he's going to get the hatch. He can just try to pick up as many as he can and just continue the harassment on to the main.
Yeah, nice blink up right there, saving 6 of these stalkers right now. Might be able to pick off a queen as well.
And it looks like he barely does. Nicely done. Picks up. And he can just regroup and do another attack. It is 53 supply to 64, 24 drones to 47 probes.
Ooh, quite a difference.
And 2 bases for Zerg, 3 for Protoss. So,
Isn't it just 1 base now? He killed the natural hatchery.
Oh, yeah, what am I saying? It
so
is
1 base against 3.
Well, no, he's got this, this hatch down
yeah,
here.
you set that up during that.
So, right now, this is pretty bad. Normally, even a top-tier Zerg can't really recover unless the Protoss makes a mistake, and I think that HerO, of all people, is more than aware of that. And so we should just see him. I mean, it's pretty basic. You just build up, you wait for Zerg to maybe start the other hatchery, start another expansion, and attack when that's getting close to being finished. And you're guaranteed to go in there and kill that again since you've been up with more resources, with more workers.
I think that's basically what he's going to try for. But the one thing I do want to add in here is, even though he's well ahead, it's in economy, not army. As far as army goes, I actually like the army of Byul. He has some lurkers, he's making some more, he has some Ravagers in here, a handful of Hydras and Roaches and Lings. This is a very technical army, something that's actually going to be pretty hard to actually kill. And look at this.
Well, look, he just blinks over on top of the lurkers here.
Yeah, he certainly does, but still a few of them up, and the Ravagers dropping down these corrosive biles as well. You don't want to underestimate lurkers. They are pretty strong.
You know, one thing about the lurkers is if you don't want to fight them, you just go around them. And so he's moved around here, although I would say this is maybe a little bit too unnecessarily fancy when you could just basically stay back and build up, you know. But it looks like it's going to work. He's starting to get a lot of Overlords here, a lot of free kills.
Oh, very nice, and does kill off that Warp Prism. That's actually
nicely done.
That's important. Thing is, Byul needs another base. He can't look. HerO's taking his 4th base. We've only seen Leenock win in positions like this.
Leenock or, wait, there was one other, Lucira.
Oh, yeah, Lucira was good at
that as well.
And also Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually was pretty good at that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, very few Zergs are good at this situation.
This is not 2012. So
no, certainly not.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have games like that anymore. GG, there it is. Byul taps out. HerO, with the timings, he gets the matchup.
That's right.
The question is, his opponent now, Life, will Life be able to adapt?
Really interesting. I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
He plays again in this matchup, just like in PvT. HerO playing completely.